This is a well-known hadith narrated by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, teaching the importance of sincere actions for the sake of Allah. 3 men were traveling together when they were caught in a sudden storm and took shelter in a cave. As they entered, a huge boulder fell from the mountain, blocking the entrance and trapping them inside. They realized that only Allah could save them, so they decided to invoke Him by mentioning their most sincere deeds. The first man said, "O Allah, I had elderly parents whom I used to serve milk to every night before my children and family. One evening, I was delayed in returning home, and by the time I arrived, my parents had fallen asleep. I stood beside them with the milk, not wanting to disturb their sleep or feed my children before them. I waited until dawn when they awoke and drank the milk. O Allah, if I did this sincerely for your sake, please remove the boulder." The boulder moved slightly, but not enough for them to escape. The second man said, "O Allah, there was a woman I loved deeply, but she refused to commit sin with me. Years later, she came to me in desperate need of money. I agreed to help her but only on the condition that she would sin with me. She reluctantly agreed, but as I was about to commit the act, she reminded me to fear Allah. I immediately stopped, gave her the money, and let her go. O Allah, if I did this sincerely for your sake, please remove the boulder." The boulder moved a little more, but still not enough for them to escape. The third man said, "O Allah, I once hired workers and paid all of them except one who left without collecting his wages. I invested his money, and it grew over time. Many years later, the man returned and asked for his wages. I showed him the wealth his money had earned, flocks of sheep, camels, and more, and told him it was all his. He took everything and left without leaving anything behind. O Allah, if I did this sincerely for your sake, please remove the boulder." The boulder moved completely, and the men were able to escape the cave. Lessons from the story. This story highlights the immense power of sincere deeds done purely for Allah. It teaches us: 1. To prioritize others' needs selflessly. 2. To fear Allah and avoid sin, even in moments of great temptation. 3. To be honest and fulfill trusts, going above and beyond in dealing with others. It reminds Muslims that sincerity and good deeds can bring divine assistance, even in the most difficult circumstances.